And we welcome you to Conestoga Valley High School for tonight's Lancaster Lebanon League semifinal. It's the second one of the night. It is the Section 1 co-champion Hempfield Black Knights. Their head coach Danny Walk taking on the Warwick Warriors, the number one seed out of Section 2. Eric Thomas and Warren Goodling with you here tonight at Conestoga Valley High School. Coach, let's start first with Hempfield. This is the same team that got to the LL final a season ago, lost a nail-biter to Lebanon. They had to share the Section 1 title with Mannheim. They kind of came into this tournament on a little bit of a slide, but they're right back here in the semifinals tonight with a chance to go for LL Gold again on Friday night.
Well, they went out on Monday night and went to Elko, had to take a road trip to Elko and got the job done, a very business-like trip, 150-33. They've been in these playoffs before. Coach Walk has had his team into the finals many times, and they're trying to get back there again.
Led by Miguel Pena, and we've seen him play all season long. He is a phenomenal talent for this team. This is a bigger Hempfield team than what we'll see on the Warwick side, and we'll get to that in a minute. But how do you size up what Pena can do? And this is going to be a pretty good point guard matchup tonight with Pena and also Tate Landis.
What I'm interested in seeing and who's guards who. Is Pena going to guard Landis, and is Landis going to guard Pena? I'm not sure that's going to happen, but both of them are impact players in high school basketball.
For Warwick, they did win Section 2 this season. Chris Christensen's got this team on a roll, and they have been in this LL tournament now 4 straight seasons after a bit of a break between times they were in it. 4 players in double figures in their win over Columbia. That's no easy task to beat that Columbia team because we were very high on them coming into this tournament. And for them, you know, they've got notable wins this season over teams like Mannheim Central, who we just saw here against LS a couple minutes ago, Lebanon, obviously. But as they go into the district tournament, Tate Landis is the top guy for this team at 17.5 points a game. But a very balanced Warwick team, though. They're not going to wow you with maybe these super individual performances like we've seen from some guys in this league, but a very balanced, smaller team, but a very, very potent offense.
Well, what impressed me the other night is Tate Landis scored 11, 12, 13 points, but his ability to run the show, distribute the ball, get other people involved, and they took what was available, and it worked out for him very well against Columbia.
What do you think about the size matchup here tonight? Because Hempfield's going to have the advantage in that category over anybody that they play remaining in this tournament here tonight against Warwick, and if they win this tonight against LS in the championship game on Friday.
Well, the size is going to distract shooters, okay? You have that length that can bother shooters, and also it can get some deflection. So we'll see if Hempfield can come up with some of those things tonight.
These two teams met earlier this season. Hempfield won that game by 2. Warwick had a 24-point fourth quarter in that first meeting. Hempfield did have the lead at halftime. And then Tate Landis, 30 points in that game. One of the things that we've noticed about this Warwick team, though, this season, not a very good free throw shooting team. So if this game is tight, who knows? Maybe it comes down to that. But Landis had a very good free throw shooting night when they met in the regular season.
Well, Hempfield's actually shooting less than 50% for the year as a team. Warwick's about 64. You like your team being in the 70s, low 70s is good. 64 is doable. Hempfield's going to have to shoot better than 50% tonight from the foul line.
Both these teams were in the quarterfinals to start. They didn't have to go through the play-in round. Warwick defeated Columbia by 10, and Hempfield wiped out Elko 50-33 the other night. The winner of this game will get Lampeter Stroudsburg Friday night, 7 o'clock at Mannheim Township High School for the Lancaster Lebanon League Championship. Stroudsburg defeated their Section 3 rival Mannheim Central in tonight's first semifinal. They won that one going away, and they will play for the LL title for the first time in a couple years. Since 2018, I believe, was the last time they played for it, and they will take on the winner of this game here tonight. Starting lineups for both sides. For Hempfield is introduced them: Pena, Overball, Hester, Wolf, and Troyer. And for Warwick, it's Landis, Sapp, Fink, Horst. And again, this will be a smaller Warwick team, but a very potent Warwick team. And we'll see how they match up here tonight. Again, it was a 2-point meeting the first time they did battle earlier this season, one of the many crossover games this season in the LL. And, of course, Warwick trying to get back to that championship game for the first time in a couple of years. Remember, they lost to Mannheim Township in a thriller a couple seasons ago. Last year it was Hempfield who lost the thriller to Lebanon and then got Lebanon back in the district tournament and knocked them out a couple of nights later. Both these teams, by the way, are in the district tournament. We'll listen to tonight's national anthem, and then we'll be set to tip things off here from Conestoga Valley High School. There is tonight's anthem, and we are about set to go here from Conestoga Valley High School. Glad to have you along. Eric Thomas, Warren Goodling, Del Jackson working here, and Bruce Badgley seated to my left is running the show for us here tonight. And again, the winner will take on LS on Friday night, 7 o'clock at Manheim Township High School. Girls LL Championship game tomorrow night. We'll have that for you right here on LLHoops.com as well. That is also at Manheim Township High School. So again, the starting fives: Pena, Overball, Hester, Wolf, Troyer. It's Landis, Sapp, Fink, Horst. And we are underway, and Trevor Evans, and we are underway here from Conestoga Valley in semifinal number 2 of the night. It's Hempfield in the black. They will control things here off the tip.
They're running their motion offense, and Warwick's man-to-man.
Troyer and Wolf into the corner, back to Troyer. They dump it inside, Overball, adjustment, no. Shot altered there, and Warwick will have its first crack at it.
Yeah, they had 2 guys come down on the post that time, and Overball got the ball.
Drive by Sapp, and he traveled. First turnover of the night.
Yep, now Sapp did that very effectively the other night. He was able to get to the basket off the dribble.
There's Pena, number 2, and he is the one to watch for this Hempfield offense. Really on both sides.
Yep, and Landis is guarding him.
As we expected, one of the best point guard matchups you'll see in all the LL this season is Overball. Wolf into the corner, Hester. Overball. Troyer as we come up on 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2 teams still looking for a bucket here.
Yep, Hempfield's just being very patient, trying to get a backdoor cut or trying to shake somebody open for an open jumper.
Troyer hands it off. Pena with the head fake, steps inside, elbow jumper on the way is good.
Well, Landis overran him, and he pump faked and got a mid-range jumper. Nice skill set there by Pena on the mid-range jumper.
Fink goes in the corner, Horst, and then back to Fink. They whip it around Sapp. Landis, Hester guards him on the defensive end for Hempfield. Landis with nowhere to go with it. Gets it off, and the jumper on the way for 3 by Evans is good.
Well, now, see, here's what happened the other night. The 2 sophomores, Evans and Horst, really played well, like playoff veterans. And here we got a 3-pointer right there by Evans. And we see down the other end, Hester, who's about 6'3", is guarding Landis, try to take away some of his mid-range jump shots.
Now, Landis so effective at getting to the bucket, too. You got to figure that's going to play a role, too, as Hempfield turns it over for the first time tonight. Landis, who can explode. We know that. Both he and Pena can just go point for point if called upon by either side to do it. Landis drives off balance, and he can't get the roll. Tipped the rebound, and Hester comes away with it. Here comes Pena for Hempfield.
And there's the length we're talking about with Hempfield. He had to shoot it over a taller guy when he got to the basket.
Dump it inside to Overball. Spin move, Overball. Gets the roll. It goes off to the side. That looked like it was going to go down.
Yep.
And then
it's a nice move by Overball, using his left hand.
Held ball is going to go the way of Warwick here with 5:14 to go in the opening quarter.
It's like a little point of emphasis to try to get the ball inside to him, because they will have some one-on-one down there with him. I don't think they're going to leave the shooters when he gets the ball.
Inside and driving is Evans. That was off the mark. Troyer the rebound for Hempfield.
Again, I think the length of Hempfield at the basket bothered that shot.
Pena with the slick handle. Corner goes Troyer. Got it.
Yeah. And there's Hempfield sophomore that doesn't take a back seat to anybody. He's really had a great season.
It's a very balanced team as far as Hempfield goes when it comes to youth. And
okay, well, that time Hempfield lunged, tried to get a steal, and as soon as that happened, your defense had to rotate, and they rotated off of Landis, and he got an open shot.
First point of the night for Landis, 6-5. It is Warwick in front. Hester. Wolf dumps it off, Overball. Overball cuts across the foul line. Pull up on the way, gets the roll.
And that was a very nice move. gone to his left. He squared up. He had great bounce and shot over everybody.
1 point lead for Hempfield as we are now under 4 to go in the first quarter. Landis pull up from the elbow, and he drains another one.
That's a tough one to stop. If you're going to take away the 3, he's got that. He can score at all 3 levels. That's what makes him so good.
4 points for Landis here in the first. Gives his team the 1 point lead right back as over ball. They try to go underneath to Hester. That was cut off nicely. They do go underneath, and a fadeaway by Pena is off the mark. Rebound into the hands of the awaiting Carter Horst.
Both teams run a 5-out motion.
Landis. Horst. Evans again. Sapp pull-up three-pointer on the way is in and out. Rebound loose. Tipped by Overball. He had a hand on it. Stays alive for Warwick.
Yeah, good also by Warwick to get that loose ball. You don't want to give up second shots in a playoff game.
Fink fires the 3. No. Rebound into the hands of Hester this time. 2:50 to go in the opening quarter. It's a 1 point lead for Warwick as we've gone back and forth here. Lower scoring game, lower scoring first quarter. A nice find inside, and Troyer, but he's going to get called for the charge.
Well, that was a great backup by Troyer. The Warwick guy came over and got in position. See, that would not happen in college because of the charge arc there at the basket, but he took it right at the basket.
2:35 to go in the first. Landis drives, off balance, runner no. Tip Hester into the hands. It goes back to Hempfield. It's Wolf up ahead to Troyer. Troyer drives, and he will find Hester. Good denial by Fink, who then throws it off of him and out of bounds. And the turnover goes back to Warwick with 2:18 to go in the first.
Fink had a good defensive position, denied the ball, and then threw it off of Hester and went out of bounds. So that's the kind of plays Fink makes, and that's sort of typical of the Warwick team.
Both these teams defensively allowing just 44.2 and 45.6 points per game. Sapp reverses pivot, and he scores.
Well, that was an open offense where they just had a basket cut, and they threw the ball behind it. He was able to finish on a baseline drive.
Under 2 to go in the first. It's a 3-point lead for Warwick. Pena shakes loose. Fade away from the baseline is good. His second field goal of the quarter. It's 10-9.
And see, Pena can score off the dribble as well as off the spot up. So these two guards are really hard to defend.
Sapp hands it off to Landis. Down to 90 seconds almost to go here in the first quarter. Sapp pulls it back out. Now Sapp goes, guarded by Overball, and he's checked by Overball. And that'll be the first on Cole, the second on Hempfield with 80 seconds to go in the opening quarter.
Okay, now let's see what Warwick does in the out-of-bounds play. They got 4 flat along the baseline. They scored a little bit the other night on this, but Troyer knew that was happening.
They turn it right back over, and now Hempfield can hold for the final shot if they want to as we come up on a minute to go. Overball, not even thinking about that, goes all the way and lays it in.
Well, he used his quickness. He's a nimble 6'3", 6'4". Put it on the floor, use some quickness to explode to the basket on the open floor.
Under a minute to go in the first quarter. It's a 1-point lead now back to Hempfield as Sapp dumps it down to the baseline, out to Landis, open 3 on the way, in and out. Rebound is wrestled away by Fink, goes up in traffic, no, and then Wolf is able to secure that one.
Nice rebound by Fink, but there was a lot of people in there. I think Hempfield will go for one now.
35 seconds to go in the quarter.
Because they get the arrow, so they can get 2 straight possessions if they get the last shot of this quarter. They'll get the ball to start the second quarter, so that'll give them 2 possessions in a row.
Pena skips pass across to Troyer, open 3, no, and then off the side. And Warwick will now have a chance for the final shot.
Warwick will go for the final shot.
They certainly will. As Landis will just casually walk it across half court with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Pena comes out to guard him. Down to 5. Landis makes his move, pull up 3-pointer. He forced it, and that's into the hands of Troyer, and that is how the first quarter will end. Back and forth we go after 1, and it is Hempfield with a 1-point lead at 11-10. You're watching the Lancaster Lebanon League semifinals here on LLHoops.com from Conestoga Valley High School. And again, the winner of this game tonight will take on Lampeter Strasburg, still undefeated, as they knock off Manheim Central for the third time this season in semifinal number 1 tonight. And that'll be an interesting draw no matter who it is on Friday. Section 1 team will be in that championship game yet again. It's been a battle all season long throughout this entire league, and a couple of the races were put away early. A couple came right down to the final week. A lot of good teams that'll be in the mix for the district playoffs. In fact, these two teams are both in the 6A bracket. Hempfield's the 4 seed, so they get a bye. They'll get the winner of Cedar Cliff Muhlenberg on Friday the 25th. That'll be a home game for Hempfield. And then Warwick, on the other hand, guess what? They got to host Lebanon on Tuesday night in the first round, and the winner of that will go to 2-seed Cumberland Valley. Interestingly enough, Cedar Cliff knocked off Cumberland Valley last night in the Mid-Penn semifinals. So the Colts are a formidable outfit for whoever they play, and that'll be a tough matchup for Muhlenberg, but then a tough matchup if they get through and play Hempfield to start the district tournament, as Hempfield turns it over for the 3rd time tonight to start things here in the second. Driving and laying it up in is Landis.
Yep, Landis, strong move in the baseline. Now Chase Crawl is in for Warwick. First guy off the bench for Warwick.
Trying to get some added height on the floor for Warwick, as they'll be at that disadvantage all night. Troyer throws up an air ball. That's back to Warwick with 7:17 to go in the half. Warwick's tallest player is Evans, listed at 6'3". Crawl and Horst are both 6'1". Evans fires, no. Rebound into the hands of Pena. No look pass down the floor to Overball. Overball turns, nowhere to go.
Hempfield's really trying to get the ball inside the Overball. They're running like mostly a 4-round-1. Now he comes out in the perimeter.
Troyer cuts across the foul line. Hester in the corner.
They're hedging that ball screen there. Nice job by Evans to hedge that ball screen so Landis could get over it.
Wolf down to 6:33 to go in the half. A couple of subs due in for Warwick at the next stop. Fink and also Caleb Johnson will be back. Fink will be back. Johnson makes his first appearance tonight at the next whistle. So it's again that methodical pace that Hempfield played early in this first quarter, as Pena fires a deep 3 and hits it. He's got 7 and a timeout called.
No, I think the net he switched it so good the net got stuck on the rim. So
yeah, officials timeout call, but that will allow the subs to come in, as Johnson and Fink are out there for Warwick, and Michael Riker will come out for Hempfield.
So what makes Miguel Pena so effective? They run the ball for 30, 40 minutes on a possession. He catches it, and he's called it 5 other times, and he squares up. He reads the defense, is a little bit relaxed, and he pulls the trigger and hits a 3. So just a good read the defense there by Miguel Pena.
Yeah, they trust him to do anything. Danny Walks said that after the quarterfinal win against Columbia. Entry pass to Fink. Too hard, gets it inside. Johnson contested, and he scores.
Yep, and there's the freshman Johnson, who came in the other night and had a really good night for Warwick against Columbia. And what he does very well is he cuts the basket from the weak side, and that's what he did that time.
Chris Christensen hollering out the defense is Wolf. Back up top, it goes to Riker. Now back to Wolf. 5.5 to go in the first half, tied at 14. Hester, who won't shoot much. Inside it goes. Pena waited. Back to Riker. Back to Pena. Pena moves foul line, kicks it out. Wolf drives, tried to feed it into Overball, somehow stayed with it, got it, and then is fouled as he goes up. And Overball will shoot 2 with 5:10 to go in the half. Foul is the first on Warwick. It's just the 3rd foul called in this first half.
It's been a really clean game. Both teams running their motion offense, reversing the ball. The only real post action has been over ball down there in the post.
Now here's the hiccup for Hempfield. Free throw shooting, they are the better of the two. Or Warwick, rather, is the better of the two.
Right.
Hempfield only shoots at 47%.
Yeah, that has to be a little better tonight, I think.
For the season as Landis drives. And that one's tipped around. Fink keeps it alive, out to Crawl.
Yeah, good hustle. And there's another hustle play by Fink.
It's an 18-win Hempfield team, and they shoot 47% from the free throw line. Johnson cuts across the lane off the window and in.
That's what he did the other night. That's what he scored. He scored on little curl cuts, little drives where he finished. And again, that's a nice take by him.
He's got 4, 16-14. Warwick back in front. Hempfield has more made three-pointers coming into play tonight, but almost a 20 percentage point gap between these two in free throw shooting.
Well, so far, nobody's really been at the foul line much. I mean, we have 2 foul shots?
2 foul shots.
So yeah. it's not a factor now.
You know, Warwick only shoots it at 65%, so these are not exactly lights-out teams from the free throw line if it comes down to it tonight. As we had a timeout call by Hempfield.
And then you have LS, who shoots about 72, 73%. So usually in playoff games, the foul shooting is huge.
And we'll see if that plays a factor tonight. And that plays a factor. You know, the LL Finals, it's been interesting. The last 2 seasons, the finals have been played in the 40s. So, you know, we would expect, I don't know how you're going to keep LS into the 40s, but.
Yeah, well, they don't want to play in the 40s, that's for sure. But, you know, if you can handle the ball and spread the floor, you have a chance at that against anybody. And LS, if that happens on Friday night, whoever they play, they have to show great patience on defense to not give up easy buckets.
Tipped away from Pena. Yeah, the last 2 LL finals contested in the 40s, and
you know, the defense is so intense in the playoffs, and also, you know, the playoff games are so possession by possession. So you don't get a lot of free-flowing championship games.
Ben Wart and Ty Burton, by the way, combined for 53 in LS's win over Mannheim here as Overball has that tip. Stay with it. He's fouled again and go back to the line to shoot 2 more, and that foul will be on Evans. That'll be his first.
Nice pass by Hester that time, huh? He got the ball in the backdoor cut. He saw the help came to him. He dished it down to Overball. Overball gets fouled.
LS, by the way, did that tonight without one of their starters, Berkeley Wagner, who didn't play at all.
No, he wasn't even dressed, so I'm not sure about his status for Friday. Overball looked real good on that one. Chase Calabretta has given them a lift off the bench. He's in the ball game now for Hempfield.
Overball goes 1 for 3 that time. Hempfield's 1 for 3 at the line tonight, and they have a 1-point deficit as Landis to Evans. Johnson drives, Johnson in, no. Good defense that time, but sticking with it is Landis. That is hammered out of there, no call. And loose ball on the floor, and again, no call. Finally, we get a jump ball, and the arrow is going to favor Warwick.
Yep, good hustle by everybody, huh? Overball with a great block, but both teams getting on the floor. It's the semifinals. Winner goes to the finals, so everybody's playing all out. I'm not sure if Warwick's been to the foul line at all yet tonight, have they?
They have not. Only been 4 total free throw attempts, all by Overball here in this first half. 3:22 to go in the first half as that Landis misfire is pulled in by Hempfield, and here comes Pena.
Yeah, they might have settled for that jump shot that time. See if they go back inside the Overball. Fink with a great steal. Now he came from the top. He read the pass, and he left his man to come down and steal it.
Fink the other way, off balance, and he will, let's see, are they going to let him shoot? That foul is on Pena. That's his first.
2 shots.
Yep, third on Hempfield here in the first half with 2:57 to go. And that will be the first attempts to the line tonight for Warwick. And they'll come by way of Ryan Fink, who's a 61% free throw shooter this season. First one is no good.
Yep. Okay, Sapp's back in for Johnson. Caleb Johnson did a nice job off the bench for Warwick.
Second one by Fink on the way is good. First point of the night for Ryan, and we got 2:53 to go in the first half. It's a 2-point lead for the home team tonight, and that would be the Warwick Warriors. As Wolf drives, feeds to Overball. Overball step back, gets it to Troyer.
Gets it to Pena. Now Pena's going to get a ball screen. Here's the hedge.
Skip pass across Troyer. They kick it quickly to Wolf. Wolf gets around everybody, can't connect. And the tie-up and the jump ball will favor Hempfield.
Okay, Hester's coming back in.
He'll take the place of Wolf.
Parker Wolf. Hempfield's been very good on out-of-bounds plays over the year. Let's see what they come up with now. They got a couple different options out of this play.
Pena thought about the deep
He thought
three.
about it. He's awful deep, but he thought about it.
2:13 to go in the half as Troyer.
All right, there's your lunge. See what happens. You give up an open shot every time you lunge.
And he is open. No, Hester fighting for the rebound, and he banks it in.
Hester gets a tough bucket, and that's big for him. But see what happens when you lunge on defense and don't get it. Things break down, and that's you give up. Usually give up a basket.
Inside it goes. Landis poked away by Hester.
Yeah, nice job by Hester that time.
Turnover, and Pena comes down the other way with 1:39 to go. Pena dishes off to Hester. Hester pull-up three, deep one, no. Rebound into the hands of Calabretta.
Nice job in the boards. That's what he's done, a very nice job rebounding, coming up with hustle plays for Hempfield coming off the bench.
80 seconds to go in the half, tied at 17. Pena deep three this time, no. Rebound, Hester gets it with one hand.
Pena gets another shot.
Yes, he does. Reloads, no, and the rebound is controlled by Warwick.
2 good looks. He's not going to miss those.
Sapp the other way is bumped on the way to the bucket by Troyer. So for Troyer, that's his second foul. Danny Walk is going to send Michael Riker back in.
Yep, just giving Pena a minute or two breather. Probably getting back in if they have a last possession on offense. Just giving him a breather now, making sure he doesn't get a foul in this defensive possession.
Landis off the inbound, the jumper.
That's that medium jump shot that I think he can have some success with that tonight if he drives the bigger guy back and then pulls up off the dribble.
Got 8 of the 19 for Warwick, and they have a 2-point lead as we're down to 45 seconds to go in the half. Riker finds Troyer inside to Overball. Overball spins, kicks it out. Jumper on the way by Calabretta is no good. Rebound Overball, and he battles and is fouled again.
Good rebound by Overball that time. He's been very active offensively on the rebounds and in the post-up.
Overball's got every free throw attempt for Hempfield here in this first half.
Yeah, he's been very active at the basket. All right, see, Pena's back in now for the last 30 seconds. See if Hempfield goes for any kind of half-court trap, or see if obviously Warwick will try to go for the last shot, don't you think? All right, look good on that one.
Overball's got 6. And it's 19-18 Warwick, as the Warriors do have 24 seconds to go in the half. They can try to hold for the final shot, and it looks like they will. Sapp will dribble into traffic, get it back to Landis with 10 seconds to go in the half. Landis makes a move. Landis pulls it back. Landis by overball. Runner off balance. No. And that, and we got a player that just slammed into the floor, and it is Fink, and it looks like he's okay.
Be okay.
So a low-scoring first half, and Warwick has an 8-point quarter to take a 1-point lead at 19-18. Here in semifinal number 2 of the Lancaster 11 League Tournament. Winner will get Lampeter Strasburg coming up on Friday night. We'll take a timeout. We'll give you the first half stats, talk about that first half, and we'll do that shortly. You're watching live coverage of the LL semifinals here on LLHoops.com. Halftime here at Conestoga Valley High School. It's a 1-point lead for Warwick, 19-18 in the second semifinal of the LL tournament. As the winner of this game will take on Lampeter Strasburg coming up on Friday night. First half scoring numbers: Pena with 7 for Hempfield, 6 for Cole Overball, 3 for Ben Troyer, and 2 for Michael Hester. For Warwick, they were led by Tate Landis, who scored 8, 4 for Caleb Johnson off the bench, 2 for Avery Sapp, and a point for Brian Fink. 3 points, by the way, for Trevor Evans. Well, these are two teams that, again, defensively, they only yield 44 and 45 points a game. So a low-scoring game. What has to happen here in the second half for either one of these two to kind of extend from the other?
Well, both teams come down and spread the floor on offense, and they get a lot of touches. They both have sort of a motion offense concept. And what happens is that there's long possessions on offense, and both teams are not going to gamble on defense, so that allows the long possession. So for one team to break away, they're going to have to get some stops, and they're going to have to make some jump shots perhaps on the perimeter, because Hempfield's doing a great job guarding the basket. Warwick has had trouble finishing at the basket against the Hempfield length. So we'll see what happens. It's a chess match right now. Both teams are patient on offense, but more importantly, they're patient on defense. They're not making mistakes that lead to easy buckets.
Not a lot of forced shots, really, either in that first half.
No.
We saw a couple, contested shots, but, nothing really. Like Landis had the one forced three-pointer and then kind of took that awkward off-balance one at the end of the half, but that was really it. So very well-played first half, but low scoring by both sides. As Warwick gets to start the half, and Sapp is fouled as he goes to the bucket, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, but both teams playing within themselves. This is what they do. Both teams, this is how they play.
Sapp on the season, 51%. Again, it's a Warwick team that shoots the free throws better than Hempfield does, but
yeah, they have some guys that have had some struggles at that line also. And in the playoff games, you just got to make as many foul shots as you can, because they're going to come in big. Okay, right. 1 out of 2.
They are magnified when it comes to the postseason. There is
Absolutely.
No question about that. As Warwick has a 2-point lead here to start things in the third. Wolf, Troyer, Pena, Overball, and Hester for Hempfield. It's Landis, Fink, Horst, Sapp, and Evans for Warwick. So the starting fives for both sides. Wolf drives, kicks it back out to Overball just inside that three-point arc, steps inside the arc, jumper is up and good.
That's a nice-looking 15-footer by Cole Overball. They sort of challenged him to make that, and he definitely stepped up and made it.
He's got 8 here in this contest, and we are tied at 20 as Landis drives, kicks it out to Sapp. Sapp drives, and he is fouled on the way to the bucket.
Yep. And now he's been more aggressive getting to the basket here the first 2 possessions of the first half.
That previous foul, by the way, was on Troyer, so that's his third. That one is on Wolf. That's his first, but Sapp will attempt 2 here. That one rims out. And once again, free throw shooting. Coming to the forefront here in a tight game. Sapp 1 for 2.
We've seen a few 1 for 2s tonight on both sides.
21-20 Warwick with 6:44 to go in the third.
Both teams playing man-to-man, but both teams have a half-court trap in their defensive resume that we haven't seen yet. And I think with both of them are saving that if they need it. But right now they're just feeling each other, playing man-to-man, locking each other up.
That trap really played a big role in Hempfield's win at Elko in that tight court at Elko the other night, as Fink lobbed that back up top, and Landis is there to bail out his teammate. Good pass into the paint, back out to Fink, and they work it up top to Evans, across the way to Sapp. Sapp fakes, goes, and that one is blocked by Troyer.
And there's the length again we talked about. The shots that they were making against Columbia the other night, they're getting those shots blocked or bothered tonight.
Overball drives, lays it up and in.
And Overball's been impressive tonight of taking it down the basket, finishing with his left hand.
22-21, Hempfield back in front as Horst has that one denied.
That's what we're talking about. We've said this more than once now.
Pena inside, zips it in there to Overball, spin on Evans, and he gets the roll again. Overball starting to heat up. He's got 12.
Well, his teammates are doing a great job of getting him the ball, and he's shown a wide variety of moves today.
Horst pull-up three-pointer on the way, no. Rebound, Pena. 5:14 to go in the third.
I think now they're going to run a set play here for Pena, I think.
Pena behind the back.
They got Hester shaping up off the screen.
Good take by Hester, and he lays it in.
And there's this little run we talked about. And it's all because of the Hempfield defense. They've executed offensively, but their defense has gotten a bunch of stops.
Sapp's going to draw the contact again. That'll send him back to the line for two. That foul is on Wolf. That is his second. Actually, they're going to say that's a non-shooting foul. Caleb Johnson is back in for Warwick, number 24.
I think Hester's done a really good job on Tate Landis. His size and his strength has been a factor on that.
Oh, and Evans just couldn't save it. Turnover back to Hempfield, which has its biggest lead in the night of 5 points.
And they have the ball, so they'll be able to run their offense and get exactly what they want.
Pena will take it across half court, give it off to Wolf.
They're going to run a set play here, I think, I'm sure it's going to involve Pena at some point. There's a backdoor by Troyer.
And he's got it now. A lot of dribbling. They go backdoor. Pena, nice feed to Hester. Spins, fires, scores, and it's fouled.
Yep. Now, see, I like what Hempfield's doing with Hester because, around the league, Hester's known as a spot-up shooter, but he's scoring in the paint tonight, okay, and that's given Hempfield a different dimension.
Chris Christensen's going to call a full timeout with 4:22 to go. That foul was on Landis. Pena, when we resume play, 71% shooter, rather Hester, a 43% shooter from the line. And the winner of this game will have to try to figure out how to slow down the undefeated LS machine as they defeated Mannheim Central in semifinal number 1 tonight. LS knocked off defending champion Lebanon on Monday night, and then Central here tonight. And they will make the trek to Mannheim Township High School on Friday night for the Lancaster Lebanon League Championship. Game you can watch right here on llhoops.com. Coach and I will be back with you shortly before 7 o'clock on Friday night as they will crown an LL champ, and then it's off to the district tournament for these two teams, but also LS will be in the district tournament as well. Of course, they'll be in the district tournament. They're undefeated. Hester's free throw is no good.
All right, let's see what we can do right now because they've really been stalled on offense.
And just 2 points here in the third quarter, and they've come from the free throw line.
Yeah, they have not had a field goal. Again, I think Hester's doing a great job on Landis.
Drive by Johnson. That is taken out of his hands as Troyer, playing with the 3 fouls, makes a solid defensive play.
And again, we said this before. It's just the length of Hempfield going straight up when the driver comes in there.
Kicks it to Troyer in the corner. Troyer steps in the arc. Jumper no. Rebound. Overball. Fights for it. Gets it. And it's fouled.
Yep, nice rebound by Overball. Now, Hempfield's playing like a team on a mission right now. And again, it all starts with their defense on that end. They've executed some things on offense. Yep. And Miguel Pena, who's their leading scorer, has done a nice job at dishing the ball to people tonight, and especially in this quarter. He's found some open guys for some baskets.
7-point lead for Hempfield as we come up on 3:35 to go in the third. Pena dribbling around everybody, gets split to double team and is fouled.
Yeah, he had the option of going either way off the pick. He had a double high pick out there, and he could go either way. So he peeled off the left, and he got fouled turning the corner.
It's Landis as Troyer gets it off the inbound to Wolf.
Yeah, the Black Knights have done a great job of taking care of the ball in their half-court offense tonight. They've stayed out of trouble and eliminated any type of turnover.
Pena drives, and he'll dish it to Wolf. Into the corner it goes to Troyer. Troyer drives, reverse layup is
ball
good.
Reversal, and a one-on-one move in the baseline. If you've made Warwick play defense for 30, 35 seconds, the defense breaks down.
That's a 9-point lead now for Hempfield with 2:41 to go in the third. Landis trying to get something started here for his team, and Hester denies that, and then we're going to foul. That foul is going to be on Warwick, so we're going to go the other way with 2:37 to go. Foul is on Evans. That is his third. Hempfield with a chance here to extend with 2:37 to play.
And you know, right now Warwick has really no perimeter shooting. Everything they're trying to do is to the basket, and they're getting blocked. Now they're going in their 1-3-1 half-court trap. They had some success with this at Hempfield, but Hempfield has seen this before.
They come up with a steal as Horst. The other way, it goes to the bucket, can't connect. Loose ball tipped around, it's off Fink, and it's back to Hempfield with 2:19 to go in the quarter.
If you notice that time, Miguel just went straight up and tried to get big, forced the shot a little bit higher arc than normal. See if Hempfield can get the ball in the middle, throw it to the baseline, and get a give-and-go cut for a layup. Nice up and under move by Ben Troyer.
Yep, he's having himself a good game.
Well,
7
he's
points.
An outstanding player, believe me, as a sophomore. He's got a bright future, but his future's right now in the LL League playoffs.
And we're going to held foul here, and that might be on, that is on Troyer, so that is his fourth.
Yeah.
Danny Walks let him go, and he'll bring back Calabretta.
Yeah, he let him go, and Calabretta, he knows Calabretta can give him some good minutes. And he'll try to get him to the 4-minute mark of the fourth quarter.
Sapp with 1:47 to go. Drive, Sapp, high, arcing and is fouled. And Sapp will go back to the line and shoot two.
But you look at Warwick's everything, try to get to the basket, and they haven't had any success this quarter doing that.
First one by Sapp is good.
I'm sure we're going to see that 1-3-1, 1-2 half-court trap. See if they get into it. Looks like they're into it now.
Sapp is perfect from the line that trip. 32-23, Hempfield. As we approach 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Pena goes back to Calabretta. They feed it inside to Overball, and he is fouled by Chase Crawl.
Right now, the Black Knights have good spacing against this press, and if they have good spacing, get some ball reversals, they'll end up getting a good shot.
Off the inbound, catch and shoot Pena. No, rebound loose. And
Calabretta, yep.
Into the corner to Wolf, and he is stripped. Fink comes up with a big turnover for Warwick with 80 seconds to go. Sapp the other way. Sapp pulls it back. Landis open three on the way is in and out.
That's a good look for them. That's the look they wanted. I see the other thing, this half-court trap, it takes Hempfield out of their man-to-man offense. It makes them play in space, moving the ball, and they can't run their pass and cut and reverse the ball offense against that trap. Now they're going to have to make foul shots because they're in the one-on-one right now.
Calabretta will shoot. Logan Harrelson is in for Warwick. As Overball will get a breather with 62 seconds to go in the third.
Well-deserved breather. And Harrelson did a nice job the other night at Elko playing defense, getting some rebounds. And he's another long guy. He's about 6'4".
Calabretta gets the first free throw. Second one is up and off the mark. The other way, quickly, Horst gets his first bucket of the night.
Well, that was a nice fast break by Warwick, and they need more of that to get back in this game. Right now they need to get a stop.
8-point lead with 48 seconds to go.
And you wonder if they'll try to put Hempfield on the foul line a little bit this quarter.
And he goes inside, turnaround jumper, banked
off the
in.
glass. He called it.
He's got three down the floor the other way. Fink, they go quickly inside, and Horst lays it in.
Now the pace has picked up just a little bit.
Hester with 9 seconds to go. They
got a layup if you throw it up.
Harrelson, now Calabretta underneath to get it back to Pena. Jumper on the way, baseline, no. Rebound tip by Hester. He tried to save it, and that is how the third quarter will end. Well, a much better effort by Hempfield in that third quarter, and they really put the clamps on Warwick. Hold them to 7 points, a 17-7 quarter.
Yeah, that was all about the defense that time.
And Hempfield has wrestled away an 8-point lead here as we go to the fourth, 35-27. And again, the winner of this game will take on Lampeter Strasburg on Friday night in the championship game. That'll come your way at Manheim Township High School with a 7 o'clock tip.
Well, we got 8 minutes to go. Hempfield has the lead. Warwick's certainly not going to give up, but Hempfield's going to have to make some foul shots now, don't you think?
Yeah, you would think so.
And I think against that half-court trap, they have to work the ball around and try to get some backdoor layups against it. And I think they do that, they'll be in good shape.
Trying to slow down this mighty LS offense. The winner of this game will get an opportunity to do. And Hempfield, of course, remember, was in the final last year against Lebanon. They lost to him 41-40 and then came back and beat Lebanon in the district tournament the following Tuesday. And the Knights, after Friday, if they can hang on here and win this thing, they will be off until the following Friday because they have a bye in the first round of the District 3 6A tournament. Warwick will have to go through the first round. They'll take on their Section 2 rival Lebanon in a first-round matchup on Tuesday night. Those two split their regular season series as Hester is going to go back to the free throw line. Trying to extend this to a 10-point lead. Landis the other way for Warwick. We're just underway here in the fourth quarter. Landis drives, and now we're going to get whistles galore.
I think they'll give him 2 shots on that.
Fouls on Hester. Landis to shoot 2, almost a 77% free throw shooter on the season.
They need every one of these now.
And again, Warwick, the better of the two teams from the free throw line. Hempfield slightly better defensively, at least statistically, as Landis hits both.
6-point lead back in the half-court trap.
Pena can just, he went over, but he didn't
has to take all three over,
yeah.
the 2 feet and the ball.
Yep. Into the corner it goes for 3. No, that was off the mark. And we get a foul underneath on Hempfield.
Okay, now Warwick's going to shoot 1-on-1, it looks like, right?
Fouls on Hester. That is his second. Evans will step up to the line. He's 68%. Both these coaches, as Evans misses the free throw, both these coaches decked out in all black tonight, and both of them shaved their heads. So it's like looking at father and son on the sideline.
Exactly.
You have the younger version in Christensen and the grizzled veteran in Danny Walk. And there's a 10-second call, and there's that half-court trap.
Yep. Now, Warwick has to convert if they want to win this game. They have to convert the foul shots. They have to convert in this possession.
.704 to go. Only a minute gone here in this fourth quarter. Catch and shoot way off the mark by Fink. Down the floor the other way. Overball catches. Can't go up in traffic, and he's fouled. Now we're going to get whistle after whistle after whistle after whistle after a very well played first 3 quarters, really 2.5 quarters, as Troyer and Wolf come back out for Hempfield.
Yep, I think it's a good move by Coach Walk, getting his starters back in there. I know Troyer has 4, but he can play with 4 fouls. Just go straight up, don't reach on defense.
Overball, in and out. Rebound, and it's tipped around and taken
Troyer
back by
gets the
Hempfield.
loose ball.
Yep. Wolf, three-pointer open, no. Rebound, Horst.
Again, Warwick has had a hard time getting Landis on track. Just the job by Hester has been fabulous on defense.
All of a sudden there's a lid on the basket here with 6:27 to go in the game. Good find underneath, and Horst lays it in.
There's your backdoor cut.
Horst has 6. Overball finds Pena. They zip it around, and Wolf open 3 on the way. Got it this time.
Well, there's the confidence right there. He missed the last one, but that time that ball sort of came from the inside out, and he made it a big shot.
18th made three-pointer of the season for Wolf, and it's a 9-point lead.
And that was a real big one because
7-point lead again, but Horst will cut it back down to 5. And a timeout called by Hempfield. With 5:49 to go in this one. It's just a 5-point lead now.
Well, Warwick, the last couple of possessions, they've got that backdoor cut on the weak side, and I think they're getting a back screen. The guy's curling off the back screen, getting open. They've had like 3 open layups on their half-court offense doing that.
Let's start taking a look at how these two size up against LS. I mean, what do you think about, obviously Hempfield's got a 5-point lead, but Warwick, from a guard standpoint, might match up a little bit better, but you have the height to contend with.
Yeah, it's going to be whoever wins this game, and it's going to be a control the tempo. I don't think you want to run up and down with LS and let them shoot very comfortable threes. So it's going to be control the tempo, make LS play defense, limit their possessions.
Burton's had 2 back-to-back monster games. Ty Burton, 27 in the quarters against Lebanon, and then he had 33 tonight. So
yeah, tonight he just let the game come to him too. I mean, he scored some at the end, They had the ball in his hands when they had a foul, and they fouled him. He made his foul shots. But he had a lot of assists tonight, too, so his overall game was really good.
5:44 to go here as Warwick stays with that half-court trap. Pena keeps it alive. They double him in the corner. It's over ball. Hester up top. Open three on the way. Good.
Yep. That's just 2 killer threes by Hempfield, being patient enough against that half-court trap to find the open man. They did it 2 times in a row now with Parker Wolf.
And there's a turnover as Pena comes out of there with it. Pena, zip
what a pass by Pena, huh?
Wolf, and he'll shoot 2.
But a really nice no-look pass by Pena.
What a matchup of either Landis against Burton or Pena against Burton in that final. Free throw attempt.
Well, there's
there.
going to be a lot of good, interesting matchups across the board, and whoever wins this game. But
second by Wolf is good. 9-point lead for Hempfield here as we come up on 5 minutes to go. It's been a long fourth quarter already. After a well-played half, and Hester got just enough of the ball that time to avoid the foul, but keeping it alive is Fink. Can't connect. Landis goes in there to fight for it, and then Hester comes away with it. Pena the other way down the floor. Pena, nice pass underneath. Troyer, no. Rebound, tipped around and into the hands of Sapp.
Yeah, really nice pass by Pena. They missed a shot, but he found the open guy.
Backdoor pass to Fink. Lays it up and in. The basket counts and a foul. So Ryan Fink will shoot 1, try to complete the 3-point play.
Boy, for some reason in basketball, when you miss a layup opportunity at one end, it always seems like the other team gets a layup opportunity at the other end, and that's what happened that time.
That one is missed again. These two are not putting on a free throw shooting clinic tonight.
1 for 2, 1 for 2, it looks like.
7-point lead inside. Troyer all alone, he lays it in.
Diagonal pass by Pena.
The other way, Horst, a lot of contact, late call. The contact had already been made there. That's a bad call.
Yeah, it was late. I mean, I thought you were going to let him play through it.
Not a bad call fundamentally, but at that point you've got to let it go.
That was a little bit late.
Horst hits the first. Second. Horst came alive here in the second half. He's got 10. It's a 7-point lead for Hempfield.
Yeah, he's been real active on his cuts.
Wolf up ahead. Hester. Foul line jumper on the way by Troyer is no good. Rebound one-handed tip by Horst, and it goes to his running mate Fink. To Landis with 4 minutes to go. Landis spins. Sapp. 3-pointer on the way. No. Rebound loose. Landis had it. Lost it. Got it. Kept it alive. They whip it around. They find Evans. Evans drives, spins underneath,
that's
and he
a good
travels.
call. He did travel.
3:45 to go. It's a 7-point lead, and we get a timeout call by Danny Walk and Hempfield.
Yep. Good timeout.
So again, LS defeated Mannheim Central tonight. 53 points combined by Ty Burton and Ben Wirt. And that's the third time they have dispatched of their section running mate this season.
A little bit harder tonight. Third time.
Now you got to figure at some point Central would have solved LS, but nobody has yet. And you know, when they got through that McDevitt game a week or so ago, that's not, you know, McDevitt's been such a good team the last couple of years, but that's not the veteran McDevitt team. They're still good. Right. You know, they're still a potent team. They're going to be very good in the future because they have a lot of underclass talent. But when they got through that, and, you know, the danger now with being undefeated, and obviously the league championship matters. They want to win it for sure.
Absolutely.
But once you get out of that and you get into the district tournament, now you can't lose.
No,
you may be able to lose a game and stay alive and go through playbacks,
but you don't want to lose.
But you don't want to lose. And as far as staying undefeated, now you can't lose. And then once you get into states, then you really can't lose. So we'll see if LS can keep together the magical run that they are on. We'll have a chance on Friday as Troyer gets it underneath, and he traveled on the baseline with 3:29 to go.
Again, this is a huge possession for both teams because, if they can, Warwick can score here, again, puts a little more game pressure on where the foul shooting can become a big factor. Now, Landis is not handling the ball, so they're going to run some kind of screen for him.
Fine underneath. Landis got loose off the glass.
It.
No, an overball. Battles with him for the rebound. It's off of Landis and back to Hempfield with 3:16 to play. Danny Walk trying to get Hempfield back to the LL Championship game for the second year in a row as they look to clean up the unfinished business as Pena steals that right back from Horst. And Walk's going to call a timeout quickly with 3:06 to play to keep possession alive. Yeah, Hempfield again trying to get back to that title game for the second time in as many years. That was a great game last year with Lebanon, that upstart Lebanon team. They've carried it over, gotten back into the district tournament. Hempfield, this would be for them, this is their 19th appearance in the semis. 10-8 in the previous 18, 7-3 in the title game, but their last title coming in 2011. So it's been a while. It's been over 10 years, but when they get to the final, you know this.
Yep.
When you get to the final at Hempfield, it's almost a lock that you're going to win.
You get there for one reason, that's to win it.
So you're not coming for second place, that's for sure.
Okay, out of bounds play on the side. They're going to run like a four-man stack, break out of it, get the ball to overball.
Fine inside Wolf. His jumper's off the mark and Sapp the rebound. Here comes Warwick with under 3 to play, down by 7. Plenty of time for the Warriors. They got to find buckets. Fink, Sapp, 3 on the way.
Wow,
got
that's
it.
Huge. That's huge.
8 points for Avery Sapp. And a timeout call with 2:50 to go. It's down to a 4-point game. 30-second timeout assessed to Warwick.
Well, Warwick's committed to the half-court trap, and that's taken Hempfield out of their man offense, which they're very comfortable against. And they're going to have to make some basketball plays. When they get the ball in the high post, they're going to look for some 2-on-1, some 3-on-2 situations. I think they got to go score some field goals.
The 23rd all-time appearance for Hempfield in this tournament, and for Warwick, they have been in it 14 times this season. Now they're 4th straight under Christensen. They have not won a title since 1989. They got to the finals 9 times, most recently in 2020. Lost that thriller to Cedar Crest as Warwick steals it away. A chance to cut this down to 1. Evans gets to Sapp. We're down to 2.5 to go. Drive, step back by Landis on the way. He's been quiet. Can't get that one to fall.
He had the shot he wanted.
Pena the rebound. A crossover to get by Landis. Bounce pass to Hester to Troyer. Troyer steps inside the line.
Big
He
bucket
double
by
clutches.
Troyer.
And he scores.
Yep, and that's what Hempfield has to do. They have to look for those opportunities to score, and that was a nice play right there by Troyer.
Back to a 6-point lead with 2:15 to go. A chance to make it 7 again for Troyer. 45% at the line. Has not attempted a free throw. Actually, he has tonight, and he can't connect on that one. Hester going to get whistled for the over the back.
Yep. All right, so that's a break for Warwick because no time off the clock, and they'll go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
Probably going to be a never-ending fourth quarter now with 2:14 to
go.
go.
I think Warwick, after they try for a couple traps and steals, once the ball gets moving around, they're going to have to foul.
Evans clangs the front end.
And I think Warwick's foul shooting has been a little bit off tonight. They certainly left some points get some points out there by not making foul shots.
Second
they made that one.
Yep, rims in for Evans. He has 5. We're down to 2:12 to go. It's a 5-point lead. Still tons of time here for Warwick. They don't have to foul yet. Hester and Hempfield will play keep away. There's defense by Fink, but Hempfield keeps it. Wolf, corner, good ball movement by Hempfield.
Good ball movement and spacing.
Pena drives, baseline floater, no. Rebound tipped out of there by Hester. Back to Warwick with 1:49 to play. Still just a 2-possession game here. You just need 5 points.
And that was a good shot by Pena. I mean, he's a good player. You give him the green light on that because he can ice the game up by making one of those.
Landis across half court, finds Horst. Sapp, Fink, Landis, catch and shoot 3, fouled, and he will shoot 3 free throws. Danny Walk is livid at the call. Looked like there was contact, but Landis will go to the line to shoot 3.
Now that was a set play. They ran him on a basket cut. Then then he set a screen. He set a screen for a back screen, and then he got a double stagger screen. Okay, that's the old 11 play, and they got him a shot out there. He missed the shot, but he got fouled. Now we got possession. We got 1 possession game right now.
Still 95 seconds to go. Landis, 2 for 3. Hester the rebound. So it's a 3-point lead for Hempfield. Pena gets it back on the runner off the window. Yes.
That's the guy. That's the guy right there.
Not scored a point in this half until that time right there. He's got 9. Landis step back, draws contact, and he'll shoot 3 more. Veteran job by Landis to draw the contact.
Yep.
That's on Hester.
That's his 5th.
Yep. So Landis a chance to bring this within 2 with 1:15 left. Landis has 12 as it'll be Reeker who comes in for Hempfield. Now, they're going to say 3 shots. Referee on the near side.
Yeah. Well, he was clearly outside of 3-point line.
Yeah. Landis just made 2 of 3.
Now it's going to be interesting to see if, Warwick's going to foul or they're going to try to play defense for 30 seconds. But at some point, they're going to have to foul.
This is that one, so the best Landis can do is get him within a 3.
Yeah, and he.
And he will.
Let's see what Warwick does. If they're going to foul somebody.
And in the corner, Troyer, dangerous pass, and they'll turn it over. And then Warwick, they'll keep it alive as Horst with a minute to go. A 3 to tie it. Don't necessarily have to go for it. Landis will drive. Landis back to Sapp to Landis again. Landis drives again, cuts across. Evans for the tie. No, rebound by Horst, up in traffic and fouled.
But it's interesting to see that Hempfield, they put Overball on Landis that time. They just don't want him shooting over anybody, so Overball did a good job that time. Now Troyer fouls out.
So 2 starters down for Hempfield here with 45 seconds to go. Troyer and Hester. Hester fouls out with 9 points. Troyer with 9 points. 45.2 seconds to go. It's a 3-point margin. Winner goes to the championship game of the Lancaster-Lebanon League coming up on Friday night, opposite of Lampeter Strasburg, who's still undefeated and knocked off Manheim Central earlier tonight. 7 o'clock tip-off from Manheim Township High School on Friday.
Well, he has 2 shots, right? So he's got to make 2 shots.
There's still plenty of time, and they can still defend and not have to worry about the foul just yet. With 45 seconds left, you probably want to lengthen the game as much as you possibly can.
I think if you're Warwick, if you don't get the initial steal, you got to go
foul.
You got to foul, but you don't foul Pena. That's the one guy you don't foul. You'll take your chances on the other guys, but you can't foul. I mean, I know the other guys can make them, but you can't put Pena at the line.
Yeah, for all the issues that Hempfield has at the free throw line, Pena is 71%. First things first, though, is Horst.
I mean, they got to make theirs, and they haven't really been making theirs. They've been leaving some out here too. So
now, what do you do if you miss this here?
I think you foul right away.
Still foul.
You foul right away.
All right, Horst goes 1 for 2. So it's a 2-point game with 40 seconds.
This is the guy you don't foul.
43 seconds.
And he's going to keep the ball in his hands. And Pena's got to try to get the ball back. And there he has it.
Down to 30 seconds. Wolf. Skip pass across.
Now they have to foul.
Over ball, and they do move, and Horst will pick up the foul.
And they probably let 10 seconds go out of there. They can't foul Pena. But Hempfield's smart enough to keep it in his hand, so.
Rinker will shoot, and he'll shoot 2.
2 shots, so.
30%, and he hits the first.
Well, he's the guy that hit the bank shot to beat Warwick the first time. So he's feeling it right now. He made the first one. I'm sure he's got a lot of confidence for this one.
Second one on the way is good.
No problem.
4-point lead with 23 seconds to go. Landis drives and lays it in. So that's going to cut it down to 2 with 20.4 seconds left. Now they got to foul again.
Right away. You got to get it out of Pena's hands and then foul whoever. But I'll give Riker a kudos for that. He stepped to the line, no problem, knocked him down.
Yep.
So he's got to go seek the ball too, because he's got the confidence to make him. He has a real pure shot. He's a shooter, and he looked like a shooter that time at the foul line.
So Hempfield's going to have Pena over ball, Wolf on the floor. Reeker just made those 2. He's at 30%. Wolf at 51%. Pena at 71%, and Overball at 41%.
Well, Raker's at 100% tonight, so that's the most important stat for him right now.
Yep, and Calabretta is at 53%.
Yeah.
Those are all prior to tonight's contest. So averages would tell you, as LS, some of their players file out of here.
Now, this is a man-to-man pressure right now. And they're doubling Pena.
Get it into Overball, back to Riker. And Fink will foul him with 18 seconds to go.
Again, he could be the man tonight. He's looked really good on the first 2 foul shots.
And we'll get a chance for 2 more here, and that would make this a 2-possession game. So huge free throws here for Reeker, the junior, and he gets the first one to rattle in.
Like I said, don't worry about his seasonal percentage. He's 100% tonight so far.
Second one is good, and that is a big one. That makes it a 2-possession game. Landis running out of time to the corner. Horst for 3, in and out. Fink, the rebound goes up. No foul. Kick out to Sapp with 6 seconds left. No rebound, Pena. And he's going to run out of traffic, and Hempfield's going to run on back to the LL Championship game on Friday night with a 52-48 win over Warwick. And they will take on Lampeter Strasbourg on Friday night for the Lancaster Lebanon League title. A chance to get one back, as they lost to Lebanon last year in a 1-point game, and Hempfield is right back at Manheim Township High School for a chance to win the LL title on Friday night. Warwick falls to 17-5. They're next in action on Tuesday night in the District 3 6A tournament. They will take on rival Lebanon in a first-round contest, and then the winner of that game will move on to play number 2 seed Cumberland Valley a week from Friday night. We'll have a post-game interview for you here in a little bit as Del Jackson's trying to finagle one of the Hempfield players, and not sure who we'll get here. Maybe Pena or maybe Overball. And we'll see here momentarily as solid game.
Yeah.
Hempfield used that. We said it at halftime. Who can extend, and get away from the other team?
And they did that. And then we talked about foul shooting throughout the game, but Riker step up and make the 4 foul shots that were the difference in the game. That salted the game away for Hempfield. So we talked about Hempfield not being a great foul shooting team, but they had the right guy on the line tonight when they needed to have it done.
Cole Overbaugh is coming up here to talk to us here tonight, and we'll have him slide in here for a couple of post-game comments as he and Coach swap ends here. And Cole will get you situated here, and then congratulations on a solid performance here tonight. Let's talk first about what happened in that third quarter, because it's a tight game. Obviously at halftime, it's a 1-point game. What did you guys do there to extend yourself in that third quarter?
I don't know. We've just been telling ourselves we took stats on third quarter was our worst quarter every game, so we decided to try to come out with more energy, and that's what we did.
You send Michael to the line twice, and, it's well documented what you guys shoot from the free throw line as a team, but he stepped up and made 4 big ones for you.
Yeah. Thankful for him, man.
And they did a good job on Miguel in the second half, but all you other guys stepped up. You lose 2 starters in Bennett and Michael, obviously, but you played a solid second half. Parker played a solid second half, and you got pretty good bench contributions tonight, too.
Mm-hmm. We just got a deep team. Everyone wants to play. Everyone wants to get in there, get easy buckets, play defense, and that's what makes us play. A good team to be.
How much of a sour taste you guys have from last year's LL title game?
Right here, on the wrist, 41-40.
He wrote it right on his wrist. Hold that up again. Hold that up right there. That's the score from last year's title game right there on the wrist.
Had that there every game, looked at it, just gave us some motivation.
Really? Every game?
Yeah, every game.
Every game. Now, you're not going to get Lebanon this time. You're going to get LS, and that's a different club. That's a high-scoring team that Ty Burton had a big game again here tonight. What do you think about playing LS?
I think it's time to give him a first loss of the season.
All right. Good luck to you. We'll see you Friday night. That's Cole Overbaugh as he finishes tonight with 12 points. And a big win tonight for Hempfield as they defeat Warwick 52-48. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. We will talk to you on Friday night from Manheim Township High School. 7 o'clock is the tip-off time for the LL Championship game. It's going to be Hempfield going into that game trying to get a title that they feel like you just saw the wristband that Cole has on, and they're trying to get one back after losing last year to Lebanon, so they'll have a chance on Friday night, and they'll have to do so against undefeated LS. We will talk to you from Manheim Township High School coming up Friday night, 7 o'clock. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Take